Scorpio, stop scrolling. This isn't just another zodiac video, this is a prophecy, and it has your name written all over it. Between May 25th and May 29th, the universe isn't just sending you signs, it's sending you spiritual warfare. You are not watching this by accident. Your soul was called here because you're about to enter your final karmic war. Yes, war, and not the kind you can see with your eyes. This is a cosmic level battle between your higher self and everything that's trying to stop you from becoming it. Over these 5 days, you will face 3 soul attacks. They are not random, they're not coincidences. They're divinely timed tests meant to shatter your illusions, break your patterns, and force you to rise or repeat. But here's the twist. If you pass these tests, you won't just survive, you'll resurrect. You'll unlock a future where your true power, your spiritual wealth, and your soul's purpose finally align. But if you fall asleep now, if you ignore the signs, your destiny will be delayed until 2030. Scorpio, you were born for depth. You were born to rise through destruction. And now it's time to decide. Will you fall back into old karmic loops, or will you rise and rewrite your timeline forever? This video is your warning, your wake-up call, your soul's signal flare. It has already begun. Now press play, Scorpio, because time is running out. Scorpio, you already feel it, don't you? That pressure building behind the scenes, that strange tension in your chest, that eerie silence right before something breaks. It's not your imagination, it's not anxiety, it's the beginning of your spiritual storm. From May 25th to 29th, something rare and ancient is unfolding in the cosmos. A karmic alignment not seen since the energetic gateways of 2012. Pluto, your ruling planet, the master of death, rebirth, and the underworld, is aligning with a shadow form of Mars, in the exact zone that governs your unfinished soul business. And when that happens, the past doesn't knock gently, it kicks the door in. Scorpio, you are being summoned, not by people, not by fate, by your own soul contracts, the ones you made lifetimes ago. What you thought was over resurfaces, that old heartbreak, that secret resentment, that buried guilt. Your dreams will become messages. People from your past may return, but not for closure, for confrontation. Emotional wounds you thought were healed, they'll scream for your attention. But listen closely. This is not divine punishment. This is a sacred initiation. The universe isn't trying to destroy you, it's stripping you of everything you cannot take into the next version of your destiny. And only those brave enough to face their darkness will earn the light on the other side. Scorpio, you've reached the edge of the underworld. Will you run from the fire, or will you become it? Attack number 1, the shadow relationship test, Scorpio. Your first test arrives early. Right around May 25th to May 26th, the universe pulls a card from your past and lays it right in front of you. Someone returns, an ex-lover, an old friend, a karmic soul tie you thought you severed long ago. But don't be fooled. This is not a reunion. This is a spiritual ambush. They may come with soft words and apologies. They may text you out of nowhere saying, "I've been thinking about you." They may offer closure, rekindling, or one more chance. And for a moment, your heart might flutter. Memories will rush in. The nights you laughed, the connection you shared. But this isn't nostalgia. It's bait. This is the universe testing your emotional boundaries. Because Scorpio, here's the truth. Growth attracts ghosts. Right before a major breakthrough, the old version of you gets tested. Why? To see if you still crave comfort over ascension. Ask yourself right now, did this person honor your soul, or did they just feed your wounds? Because your soul remembers what your heart tries to forget. This isn't just a test of love, it's a test of alignment. You've evolved, your energy has shifted, you're walking a new path now, and that path cannot carry the weight of old karma. If you go back now, you don't just reopen old wounds, you pause your destiny. What could manifest in 5 weeks will now take 5 years. That's the cost of failing this soul test. So when the message comes, when the call arrives, when the temptation whispers, just one more time, say this out loud. I close the door with peace. I choose my future, not my past. Because your future doesn't exist in recycled relationships. It lives in the bold version of you, the one who finally says, I deserve more. Scorpio, this is your karmic crossroads. One path leads to repetition, the other leads to resurrection. Choose wisely. Attack number 2, emotional collapse through isolation. Scorpio, the second attack won't come from the outside, it'll rise from within. Mark your calendar, May 27th. Because on this day, the storm doesn't rage around you, it swirls inside your soul. Suddenly, everything might feel off. The air feels heavier. The silence becomes deafening. You may feel like no one understands you, not your friends, not your partner, not even the universe. And here's the hardest part, you won't be able to explain it, you'll just feel it. A deep, quiet sadness that doesn't make sense. But Scorpio, this is not depression, this is not a breakdown, this is a spiritual collapse on purpose. Because the universe knows something powerful. You hear truth best when the world goes quiet. You see, before rebirth there is emotional death, and what feels like loneliness is actually initiation. You are being pulled inward, into yourself, because that's where the truth lives, not in the noise, not in people, but in your core. This is your cosmic silence, so your intuition can scream. You may cry out of nowhere. You may feel like no one sees you. You may start questioning your worth, your purpose, even your life. But don't run from this darkness. Don't numb it with distractions. Don't bury it in temporary pleasure, because this pain is sacred. It is not here to break you. It is here to build you. Take salt baths and sit with the moonlight. Journal your feelings without judgment. Light a candle and speak to your higher self. And when you hear that whisper inside, that voice you've ignored for too long, listen, because in the darkest rooms we find the brightest truth, and in the stillness you'll remember who you are. Scorpio, the universe isn't ignoring you, it's isolating you, on purpose, so your next chapter can be written by your soul, not your wounds. You were born to dive into depths most can't handle. You don't just feel deeply, you transform deeply. So when May 27th feels empty, realize it's not emptiness, it's alignment in disguise. This isn't abandonment, it's sacred silence, and your job isn't to escape it, your job is to move through it. Say it with power, I am never alone, I am becoming who I was born to be. Because once you pass through this dark night of the soul, you don't just survive, you rise, stronger, clearer, and unstoppable, and that is when your magic begins. Attack number 3, the power temptation, your final trap, Scorpio. This is it, the final attack, the one designed not to wound your heart, but to challenge your soul's integrity. Between May 28th and May 29th, a situation will rise, one that pushes every emotional button you've tried to bury, and it will not be random. Someone may provoke you. They may lie, cheat, or insult you behind your back, or worse, they may try to humiliate you when you least expect it. You'll feel the fire rise in your chest. You'll feel that Scorpio sting awaken. You may want to expose the truth, unleash a secret, or dominate the moment just to prove a point. But listen carefully. This moment isn't about them, it's about you. Because this is not an emotional trigger. This is your karmic temptation. The universe is watching, not what you say, but what you do with your power. You were born to transform energy, to alchemize pain into wisdom. But when you're wounded, Scorpio, you can also become the storm, and that's exactly what this test is about. Will you use your power to elevate or to destroy? This is the final trap. If you choose ego, you'll win the moment, but lose the momentum. If you choose control, you'll silence others, but delay your divine destiny. But if you choose restraint, if you choose truth without drama, if you trust in divine timing instead of karmic reaction, your reward will be massive. Your path will clear instantly, and doors in love, career and soul expansion will swing open in June 2025. This is your final test before upgrade, and the universe needs to know, are you still reactive, or are you finally reborn? Scorpio, true power doesn't scream, it doesn't demand, it doesn't retaliate. True power is silent, sacred and untouchable. This test will hurt your pride so you can prove your purpose. Say this with clarity. I rise above revenge, I trust divine justice, I protect my timeline. Because your timeline is precious, and right now it's either ascending or resetting. So breathe, pause, and pass the test. Because this isn't about control, it's about cosmic command. Scorpio, take a deep breath. Because if you survive this war, if you pass all 3 spiritual attacks with truth, restraint and alignment, you don't just get a reward, you unlock your next soul level. Yes, your soul contract upgrades, you shift timelines, you quantum leap into a higher version of yourself that no longer tolerates chaos, confusion or karmic anchors. And how will you know? You'll feel it instantly. A surge of new energy will flow through your body. Synchronicities will appear back to back, angel numbers, repeating signs, divine messages. Opportunities will show up unannounced, an offer, a message, a person, a portal. And suddenly, things that used to drain you, gone. People who made you question your worth, silent. Blocks that felt impossible, dissolved. You'll walk differently, speak differently, manifest differently. Because you're no longer operating from your wounds, you're creating from your wisdom. Scorpio, you become the version of you that your ancestors prayed into existence. The one who doesn't just break cycles, but rewrites legacies. This week, May 25th to 29th, is not just a spiritual test. It's your final karmic war before rebirth. And here's the truth. The universe doesn't care what you say right now. It's watching what you vibrate, what you feel when no one's watching, what you choose when ego is screaming and your soul is whispering. You must feel like the future you before you become them. So start acting, thinking, and responding like the version of you who already made it. Because that's who you're becoming if you pass these final flames. Scorpio. Your destiny isn't waiting, it's watching. Scorpio, you weren't born to live a quiet, ordinary life. You weren't meant to blend in, follow the crowd, or settle for less. You were born to rise through shadows, to walk through spiritual fire, to become the phoenix, not once, but again and again. You are the alchemist, the one who transforms betrayal into power, pain into purpose, and endings into awakenings. And now the universe is calling you into your next evolution. May 25th to May 29th is not a punishment, it's a purification. It's the final storm before the rebirth, a sacred passage that will either initiate you or repeat you. Yes, it will hurt. Yes, you'll feel alone. Yes, the attacks will feel personal, painful, even unbearable. But Scorpio, this is how legends are born. No phoenix rises from calm waters, they rise from the flames. And that's exactly what you're walking through now. You'll be tempted, you'll be triggered, you'll be tested to your core. But these aren't signs that you're breaking. These are signs that you're ascending. This is your karmic graduation. This is the spiritual initiation your soul signed up for before you were even born. And right now, everything is watching. Your ancestors, your spirit team, your future self. They're not asking you to be perfect, they're asking you to remember who you are. Scorpio, you are not weak, you are not lost, you are not stuck, you are in your becoming. Say this out loud right now. I am the phoenix. I rise from my karmic ashes. I pass my final test. I unlock my divine timeline. Because you're not just healing for yourself, you're healing for generations before you and for souls who will come after you. This is your moment. This is your war. This is your rebirth. Scorpio, this is not where your journey ends. This is just the beginning of your cosmic rebirth. If you felt something deep in your spirit during this message, if your intuition whispered, "This was for me," then don't leave without anchoring it. Subscribe now and turn on the bell, because Scorpio, more soul-altering messages are on the way. And the next one might be the one that completes your activation. Share this video with another Scorpio, a sibling, a friend, a lover, because sometimes saving someone's timeline starts with a simple share. And if you're serious about passing your karmic test, comment below not once, but 11 times. I pass my karmic tests, I protect my future. Yes, 11 times, because repetition locks in the frequency. And when your fingers type it, your soul starts to believe it. And when you're ready for your next level, watch the video below on how Scorpio unlocks the millionaire timeline, the exact moment your spiritual evolution turns into financial ascension. Scorpio, this karmic war has already begun. The universe is waiting on your choice. Your soul is watching. Will you rise into alignment or repeat another cycle? The outcome is yours to choose. But remember this, the clock is ticking.